Running payroll for a growing team should feel like a major milestone, but for a lot of small business owners, adding new employees to software like Wave Payroll turns into a stressful chore. You hire someone great, you are excited to get them onboarded, and then you get hit with terrifying thoughts. What if I mess up their tax withholdings? What if a mistyped social security number delays their paycheck? What if tax time rolls around next year and I end up facing hefty IRS penalties because I miscategorized a worker or botched their state tax profile? That underlying anxiety of making a costly compliance mistake causes so many business owners to stall out or dread adding new hires. Fortunately, adding employees to Wave Payroll is straightforward once you know the exact workflow and how to handle key decision points. The process boils down to two primary methods: self-onboarding by inviting the employee, or manually building out their profile yourself. The absolute best and safest method to add an employee in Wave is to let them do the heavy lifting through self-onboarding. When you add a new employee profile in Wave, you simply fill in basic contact details, specifically their legal name and email address, and select the checkbox that invites them to onboard themselves. Wave sends an email invitation directly to the employee. They log in, set up their personal profile, enter their own address, input their sensitive social security number, and securely link their personal bank account for direct deposit. This single move eliminates a massive problem. It keeps sensitive banking and tax data off your desk, protects worker privacy, and shifts the responsibility of accurate data entry onto the employee, eliminating typos that cause bounced paychecks. The alternative approach is manual entry, which is necessary if an employee isn't tech-savvy or doesn't have immediate email access. If you enter their details yourself, gather a signed W-4 form and state tax withholding form and a voided check or direct deposit authorization form before opening Wave. Navigate to the Payroll tab, select Employees, click Add an Employee, and enter their full legal name, home address, social security number, and date of birth. Make sure the home address and assigned work location are 100% accurate, because Wave uses these exact locations to calculate state and local payroll tax withholdings correctly. Once the personal details are set, define the pay parameters. Assign their compensation structure, whether salaried or hourly, and input their pay rate. If you plan to pay via direct deposit, toggle direct deposit on and carefully enter their routing and account numbers. If you pay by physical check, select paper check so Wave can calculate taxes without initiating a direct deposit transaction. Lastly, configure their vacation accrual policy according to your company guidelines or local labor laws so their PTO balance tracks automatically with every pay period. Your actionable takeaway is to make self-onboarding your mandatory company default. Whenever you bring a new hire onto your team, make sending that digital Wave invitation your step number 1. Require employees to complete their portal setup 48 hours before your regular payroll processing deadline. This gives you time to review their tax profile for completeness, double-check that their status matches their classification, and approve payroll cleanly without last-minute stress or pay delays.